Hello everybody! Today I am making a Chipotle inspired burrito bowl. Now I've got my rice, which is just the mix blend I made with jasmine, short grain white, brown rice, and some beans, which is not the rice of choice, but that's all I had. You can also use rice-a-roni boxed Spanish rice or like long grain white rice, preferably. But I just use this because that's what I have. And I already washed it, and I'm gonna stick it in the rice cooker and get that going. Mixed brown and start. While that's going, I will cook up my ground beef. Okay, now whenever I forgot to thaw my ground beef and I need to cook, I throw the tray into the microwave and microwave it for a minute at a time until it thaws. So, handy tip for if you did not thaw out your meat. I'm gonna run mine for a minute and check it. So, my beef is not completely thawed, but there is enough to where I can take chunks off the side, and I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to melt the tray. So I'll just do enough until I have enough there to cook with. Okay, I'm gonna put in maybe half of that tray, the tray is about a pound, so I'll do half a pound, about that. Usually the edges are what defrosts first, so I'm just gonna pop that in. I usually do onion first, but I forgot, so I'm gonna do half an onion diced in with the meat. There's my half onion. I'm gonna add that to the meat. Then I'll just stir that around until the meat is browned. I want the meat to be like little crumbles, so I'm gonna break it up the pieces as it cooks. Okay, so now once the meat is browned up, we have not seasoned it up until this point yet. So now I'm going to season it with a bit of salt, some pepper, just do it to taste. And chili powder. Usually I just kind of eyeball everything. So do like a light dusting over it and make it taste a little bit. If it's lacking, do another light dusting. Mix it up and garlic powder. Putting maybe, let me see, yeah, probably putting a 1/4 teaspoon of the chili powder, maybe an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, a little crackle of pepper or something like that, another 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Again, I don't know, but I just eyeball it, but that's my estimate. Anyway, the reason I put it towards the end like that is because that way I feel like it holds the seasonings better. If I cook it towards the beginning, I feel like it all comes out in the oil. And if there's a lot of oil collecting, I'll drain it with a paper towel. So I like to put the seasoning at the end. Now, if you have other vegetables like peppers, bell peppers, that would do well in there, and I'll slice it up and add it at this point. However, I do not have any other vegetables to add, so I'm going to skip. Okay, you know what? I forgot I had corn. So I have frozen corn kernels, and I don't like to fuss. I just throw it all in one pan because I don't want to wash more dishes. So I'm gonna throw the corn in there. And usually when it's frozen in a block like this, literally, I will smack it on the counter. Okay, do not be shocked. Literally, can you see that? Okay, I will. So add however much you want. I just put a third cup of corn in there, and I'm just gonna mix that around until it's cooked. While that's cooking, I'm going to slice up my lettuce into like a 1/2 inch slices, and then I have some cilantro that I'm going to also slice. And then I think that's it for the toppings. For the sauces, I have salsa here and a Chipotle Mayo, which is not my creation, but the salsa you can buy at the store. Chipotle sauce, I think you can also buy at the store, but if you wanted to make it, you would make it with mayo, sour cream, chipotle peppers, usually canned if you have, or I've also used just chili powder in the past. Some lime, garlic, and salt to taste. I'll leave a recipe link that looks good in my description. You can also make salsa. Sometimes I will chop up tomatoes, cilantro, and onions, and kind of use that. But today I just have these extra lying around, so I'm gonna use them up. I'll show you how to make a really easy sauce for your bowl. So, here I have mayo. Add about a tablespoon of mayo. Okay, I don't have sour cream, so this is going to be really simple. I have mayo. I'm going to put garlic powder, chipotle powder, chili powder, and a bit of salt and pepper. Okay, I have garlic powder. I'm gonna do like an 1/8 teaspoon. So I have a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm gonna do half of that garlic powder. And about the same of chili powder. Then we can taste it as we go, once we mix it up. Pepper. A little bit, and a bit of salt, just a bit. Okay, gonna mix that up and see how that tastes. I didn't add lime juice or lemon juice, so I'm missing a bit of that acidity. So sometimes what I will do is, this might sound weird, but I'm gonna put Italian salad dressing. Let's see, just to get a bit of that flavor. And I'm sure you could put just vinegar, but I thought this might give a little bit more flavor. Let me see if that helped. Yeah, that's much better. All right. Let me try adding a bit of apple cider vinegar to this too. Just a tiny bit. It's a little more acid. I think I'm going for that vinaigrette kind of taste that I like from Moe's. If you know Moe's Southwestern Grill, they have this chipotle sauce and a vinaigrette, and I think I wanted to kind of get it all in one. Yeah, that's much better. So Yeah, mayo, chili powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, a little bit of Italian dressing, and apple cider vinegar, and that's pretty good. If you're making more than one serving, make double this batch. Oh, same goes for everything else. This is all just one serving. Well, one serving for a man. I'm cooking for my husband and he eats a lot, so. My rice is done. So I'm just gonna put my rice in the bowl. However much you want to eat. There we go. I'll throw my lettuce on top. My lettuce and cilantro. And then my meat on top of that. And my recipe for this Chipotle bowl is quite similar actually to my bibimbap recipe if you saw my previous video, just with different seasonings and slightly different ingredients. The process is quite similar. So to this I will add some Mexican cheese mix. Okay, and my sauce, however much you want. You could also mix up the salsa in here, but I'm just gonna let my husband decide however much salsa he wants. So mix it up good. There it is, all mixed up. I tasted it and thought it needed a little something more, so I sprinkled about 1/4 teaspoon of paprika on top, and that was a good addition. So this is a very simple Chipotle-inspired burrito bowl. No way is this Mexican food or anything, but it's just a little something that I make when we crave Chipotle. And I'm quite a simple cook. I skip recipes that has like 20 ingredients on the ingredient list. So I just came up with this simple recipe that you can make with whatever you have in the fridge. You can add avocados, tomatoes, others, whatever you want in here. Olives taste good in this too. Whatever you want. So hope you enjoy this recipe. If you try it, let me know. Thank you.